There's something about pain that sharpens the soul. Something primal, raw, untamed. They thought they could break you, didn't they? Thought you were just another fragile thing, like glass waiting to shatter at the first strike. Oh, how wrong they were. Every word they hurled at you, every lie they spun, every betrayal. They mistook these as victories. But what they didn't realize was that their cruelty wasn't breaking you. It was forging you. Like steel under fire, every blow only made you stronger. You see, some souls don't crumble when struck. No, they ignite. They underestimated silence. They thought every moment you didn't speak was a surrender. Every tear you swallowed was a sign of defeat. How blind they are. Silence isn't weakness, it's preparation. It's the coiling of a serpent before it strikes, the calm before the storm. And now, that silence has been broken. Every lesson they taught you in cruelty, every scar they carved into your spirit, you've memorized them all. Each wound has become fuel, each insult a weapon. What they gave you wasn't destruction, it was ammunition. Now you're ready to unleash it. They built you up to be their favorite target, their punching bag, their scapegoat. They laughed behind closed doors, thinking they'd reduced you to ashes. But here's the truth they missed. Ashes aren't the end. Ashes are soil, fertile ground where revolutions take root. While they reveled in their supposed victory, you were evolving, transforming, rising from the embers, not as who you once were, but as something far greater, something unstoppable. Their arrogance blinded them. They never expected this. Never imagined that the very soul they tried to crush would rise against them. You're not a victim. You never were. You were always a storm waiting to be unleashed. And now, they've lit the fuse. The irony is delicious, isn't it? All those schemes, all those manipulations, they weren't burying you. They were handing you the tools to dig yourself out of their grave. And guess what? You're not coming back alone. You're bringing their sins with you. Every dart they threw, every cruel whisper, they've armed you with weapons they never intended to create. Now, those weapons belong to you. And oh, how beautifully ironic it is that they trained you without even realizing it. The world they built on your pain, it teeters on the edge. Not because you pushed it there, but because rot has a way of consuming itself. Lies can only hold for so long before the weight becomes too much. And now, the foundation they stood on is crumbling beneath them. They thought they controlled the narrative, that they could paint themselves as victors while casting you as the defeated. But stories aren't written in stone. Stories are ink, and ink bleeds. Their version of the tale is unraveling, thread by thread, until nothing remains but the truth. And the truth, it's merciless. Look at them now, scrambling, desperate, trying to rewrite the past, trying to erase the evidence of their sins. But paint cracks no matter how thickly it's applied. Beneath every layer lies the stark, undeniable reality of what they've done. There's a strange irony to power. It's never real unless freely given. They wielded borrowed authority, propped up by your belief in their illusions. They were kings in a kingdom of lies. But now that the veil has been ripped away, what's left? Hollow crowns and broken thrones, nothing more. Your footsteps echo now, each step reverberating with the weight of justice long overdue. It's a sound that lingers in their minds, haunting them like ghosts of their own making. They've run out of places to hide. Do you feel it? The power coursing through you. Not the cheap, manipulative dominance they sought, but true power. Power born from survival, from rising after every fall. You've transcended. You're no longer bound by their world. Once, they thrived in chaos. Now chaos is their tormentor. The very forces they unleashed have turned on them. Betrayal has a way of eating its own tail, and now they're trapped in the storm they created. Fear was once their weapon, but now it belongs to you. Not because you wield it as they did, with malice and manipulation, but because they can't comprehend what they're up against. They're facing the unknown, and nothing terrifies them more. They called you fragile, but fragility is a lie. What's fragile breaks. You've bent, stretched, been pushed to the brink, but never broken. They pushed too hard, and now they're witnessing the recoil. They tried to rewrite your story, but stories aren't set in stone. They're written in ink, and ink can bleed. Now it's their version of the story that's unraveling. Every lie exposed, every falsehood eroded, and in its place stands the truth, undeniable, unforgiving. It's funny, isn't it? They thought they were the authors, but they never realized you held the pen. Now, every word you write is a testament to your rise. They won't forget this story. How could they? It's etched into the very bones of their downfall. You don't need to shout. You don't need to rage. Your presence alone is enough. They feel it. The weight of everything they tried to bury. It clings to them like chains, and no matter how hard they struggle, they can't escape. They thought they'd silenced you, but silence was never their victory. It was your preparation. Every quiet moment was a step toward this reckoning. And now that you've spoken, there's no turning back. Victory isn't about destroying them. Destruction is easy. True victory lies in rising above. You didn't just survive, you thrived. They wanted to diminish you, to reduce your existence to nothing. But now, your presence is overwhelming. They see it, the glow of transformation. You are not who you once were. They broke the old you, but what rose from the ruins is untouchable. Stronger, unyielding, infinite. Fear, once your burden, now chains them. They're haunted, not by what they did, but by what's to come. Every shadow, every creak in the floorboards feels like the approach of justice. And justice doesn't negotiate. This isn't vengeance. Vengeance is fleeting. No, this is balance. The scales tip as they should, each weight meticulously measured. You're not here to destroy. You're here to correct. Every breath you take is a testament, not to them, not to their games, but to you. You have risen, not because of their cruelty, but despite it. They were a storm, but you are the mountain that stood against it. Their empire crumbles, and you don't even need to lift a finger. Truth, time, and transformation have done the work for you. They fought to control the narrative, but the story was never theirs to tell. It's yours. Remember every moment of darkness, not as a burden, but as proof. Proof that you endured, that you persevered. Proof that they never truly had power over you. They tried to write your ending, but endings are fluid. And yours? It's just the beginning. You're untouchable now, not because you're invincible, but because you're free. Free of their opinions, their manipulations, their judgments. You walk a path they can never tread, forged by strength and resilience. They'll talk, they always do. They'll twist the story, try to cast themselves as victims, but the world sees through their masks now. Masks once removed can never be worn again. They gambled with your soul, believing it was theirs to break, but they miscalculated. Souls aren't fragile, they're boundless. They didn't just fail to break you, they awakened you. Now, they live in the aftermath. Every choice, every betrayal has led them here. As they stand in the rubble of their own making, they're left with nothing but echoes of what could have been. You don't need to look back. The past is theirs to grapple with. You, however, are already moving forward. Every step is a victory. Every breath a reminder that you've claimed your destiny. They thought they knew you. But how can anyone know a force that refuses to be defined? You're not a product of their games. You're the result of your own creation, limitless and unstoppable. Chaos is no longer theirs to wield. You are the storm now, and the world will never forget.